What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Today's episode of General Hospital was very interesting. It was very interesting. Elizabeth Weber, like, where the fuck have you been? I could have sworn this chick wasn't even a character anymore on this show. Like, I haven't seen her in weeks. So I guess this was Elizabeth's first day back from wherever the hell she's been. Well, she didn't really go anywhere, but the actress hasn't, really been in any scenes lately, so she's back. I actually loved her scenes with Patrick and Emma. I actually did. I liked them, and I'm not really an Elizabeth fan, but she she grows on me sometimes. Depends. But I actually did like her scenes today. When her and Patrick were talking about Sabrina and Robin and the whole nine, he was catching her up on what the hell is going on. And the thing about his ring, him taking his ring off and stuff like that, and he finally admitted that Carlos played a part in him taking his ring off. Finally. But the fact that he keeps saying, "Oh, I took it off because I love Sabrina," I just feel like whenever he say it to me, it just makes me more and more convinced that he's trying to convince himself. I think he likes Sabrina, but that L word, it kills me on a soap opera when people throw that word around too loosely, because I just feel like that's exactly what they're doing. They're throwing that word out there, and that is the dumbest thing you can do, is keep throwing that word out. They throw it out so damn loose that you have a hard time believing that it's really love. That's why I don't believe it's really love. He just keeps throwing it out, but the way he's saying it makes me sound like he's not sure, or he's trying to convince himself and other people of that, when he himself is not sure that he loves her. I think he loves the idea of being in love again, but loving the idea is different from loving a person. It's completely different. So, then he was telling, Elizabeth about because he had a flashback. Remember, I think in 2011, when he had rented a limo for Robin's birthday, he wanted to take her on all these trips to Paris, to Tokyo, to Rio. He wanted to take her to all them places. I remember that episode. I felt like that was the best gift I've ever seen. Like, taking her all to all these places. I was like, that's hot. So he was telling Elizabeth about all that, and Elizabeth said Robin told her, and Robin been to Paris before. She was living in Paris, and she's never been to Tokyo or Rio, and those are the two places she always wanted to go. And she said that when Robin did want to go back to Paris, she wanted to go with somebody that she really loved, Patrick. So, Patrick is upset because he said that, he should have whisked her away and took her away, and then she wouldn't have been in the lab, and then they could have went to all these places. And I agree so much with what Elizabeth said. You cannot dwell on the places that you wanted to go, that you should have went to. You have to remember all the places that y'all did go to, all the things y'all did do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to remember. That's what you need to focus on. I hate when people focus too much on the what ifs. That's what pisses me off. People really need to stop doing that. Stop focusing on the what ifs. Focus more on the memories that y'all already got. Stop saying, what if I did this differently? What if I took her there? What if I did? Fuck the what ifs. Because you could what if, woulda, shoulda, coulda. You could what if all you want, but it ain't going to change a damn thing. But luckily for him, Robin ain't really dead. So they still can go to these places once all of this comes out. So that's the got you. That's the good part. But if she really was dead, my thing about it is you can't, if somebody's really, really dead, you can't keep going with the what ifs, because the what ifs, that shit will drive you crazy if you keep thinking what if. Trust me, I had some moments like that where I kept saying, what if I did it? What if? Trust me, it will drive you stone cold crazy. Don't do it. Please. So I definitely agree with what Elizabeth was saying. And then she was talking about how AJ was still in jail, of course. Oh, it just cracks me up that son of a bitch is still sitting in jail. I'm like, damn, it's been like a month and he's still behind bars. When is his trial? Jesus, it's like the writers just put that shit on the back burner, which I'm kind of happy for because Robin's storyline is much more needed and important. You know, AJ is a non-factor. Robin's storyline is much more important and needs more time right now. Because over the past year, Robin's storyline has been getting that much camera time, and it's time that they put this shit to bed. So this storyline needs to come first. I love the way Emma kept calling the way she kept saying TJ name. TJ. That shit was so funny. I was like, why is she calling his name like that? Emma, I love Emma though. So he gave her a muffin and stuff, and they put a candle on it, and she made a birthday wish for Robin and stuff, which was nice. And I like that scene. Then Robin, she was at the lab. Jerry Jacks bought her a muffin because it's Robin's birthday. So he brought her a muffin, which was nice. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't eat that shit if I felt like it was going to be poison or something, but I know he ain't going to kill her, so I would have ate it because that muffin looked good. I'm just greedy. Anyway, so she, lit a candle on it, made her wish, and she declared that she was going to fuck home today. She was like, I'm doing this cure. I'm skedaddling. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I was like, yeah, please, Robin. Hurry up, find that cure and go back to Port Charles and reclaim your family. Please. For the love of all holy. So she started to get to work on the plan on the cure. And she was working endlessly on this cure. And I guess, she finally got the cure because she called Jerry Jacks in there and told him that the cure was done. So I guess they finally got the cure. Thank God. Because it's time that this damn thing has been put to bed. Like, seriously. It is time that they put this storyline to bed. Because this storyline has been getting on my nerves. Because it's taking too long. Like, it's been a year. And Jerry Jacks is such an evil son of a bitch. But funny. But evil. So, anyway. Anna Devane went to go see Faison. Here's the got you. Remember when I told y'all that Obrecht was going to pretend to be Anna Devane? Ugh. That shit just baffles me. Like, seriously. How the fuck can Dr. Obrecht be Anna Devane? It takes a lot to be Anna Devane. For one, Obrecht, I'm not going to say she's fat, but she's thick. Devane is slim. Very petite, very slim. And her accent is pretty one of a kind. Like, it's hard to sound like Anna Devane. How did she make a mask that looked like Anna Devane that quickly? It takes a lot to do that shit. And it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time to perfect her face. How is that possible? And how did she make herself look skinny overnight? Did she have an overnight liposuction or something? Because Obrecht is fat. I mean, she ain't 300 pounds, 500 pounds, big show fat. But she just not slim and petite. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's slim. Notice why Luke Spencer always called Anna Devane slim. Because she's slim. She's a very skinny chick. So how the fuck did Obrecht pull that off? She must have had some overnight liposuction or something. So the fake Anna Devane went in there to go talk to Faison, and she was asking him about, that's how I knew it wasn't really Anna, because when she asked him about Robin, she didn't hit him with the follow-up question. She never not one time asked where was Robin at. She never not once asked that question. That's how I knew it wasn't her. Because if it was really her, she would have immediately asked him where was Robin. You would have never kept going with different questions, like with the same question. You would have clearly asked him where your daughter was. She didn't ask that question. That's how I knew it wasn't Anna. So he went over there to kiss her. They started kissing, and she pulled the mask off and showed him that she was Obrecht. So the real Anna Devane came to see um Faison. So that was a very freaky scene. Faison is a weird, creepy looking dude. I wish I could get a mask of his face and go as Faison as a Halloween costume. I swear I wish I could. Cause he's a creepy dude. Like, he's old and senile. It's a creepy looking motherfucker. I'm just saying, like. So anyway. Moving on. Robert was in his hospital room calling Anna, leaving her a voicemail. Mac came in wanting to know where Anna was, but Robert didn't tell him anything. So he showed Robert the video of Robin's funeral, which was a very lovely funeral, by the way. Let me tell you something about Mac Scorpio. You have to have so much respect for the character of Mac Scorpio. He practically raised 3 girls by himself. And it's not just any 3 girls. Like, he raised Maxie, Georgie, Robin, all pretty much by himself. And those are 3 totally different personalities. And to juggle those 3 personalities by yourself, like, that's a tremendous amount. Like, you have to have respect for somebody like him. You have to, hands down. You know, definitely. Mac is definitely a good dad. I wish Mac had a child of his own, but he's a father nonetheless. I always consider Georgie and Maxie his children. I always consider them his daughters. Frisco is their, father biologically, but in every way that counts, Mac is their real father. That's the way I see it. So that's just the way I see that. So the funeral scenes, when they were showing Robert the video and stuff like that, and Robert and Mac were both tearing up, that was a very heartfelt scene. That really was a good scene. I liked it. It was a really touching scene. Anyway, moving on. Can we find something for Olivia Falconeri to do, please? Like, I'm just bored with her. Like, I've been bored with her. She's a pointless character. I don't get how people even like the character of Olivia. She's pointless. Like, either she's always crying or she's always in somebody else's business. And why is she having scenes with Duke Lavery? Like, it just makes no sense. Like, here she is. I mean, literally, she's been on this show since 2008. She's been on this show now 5 years. She has no connections to anybody. The only connection she have is Dante and Sonny. Those are her only connections. Dante, Sonny, and Connie. Those are her only connections to Port Charles. Other than that, she has no backstory. Like, she has no one from this show to keep her on the show. Like, she's just pointless. And then, when she was talking to Duke and stuff like that, and Duke was asking her, did she know Robin? She was like, not really. I'm like, because the bitch don't know nobody. She's been on the show 5 years and really don't know anybody or the history of anybody. She don't know the history of Faison. She don't know the history of Robin. She don't know the history really of nobody on the show. Like, seriously, can we just X her out and let her go back to Bensonhurst? There's obviously no need for her. So she was having one of her visions or whatever of Faison kissing Anna, which wasn't really Anna. It was the fake bitch, Obrecht, trying to beat Anna. So anyway, yeah, it's a pretty decent episode. Hope I'm not forgetting to talk about anybody. But fairly decent, very good. It was interesting. The Anna part was definitely interesting. I don't know how that fat bitch pulled it off, but cause she just fat to me. Like, did she get 24-hour lipo? Like, I think she got liposuction. How did you get as slim? And I think it was that coat she had on. I don't know. Something just ain't right. And how the fuck did she get her accent? Like, but anyway, it was good to see Faison. Anyway, all of you have a great day. I will see all of you for Cliffhanger Friday tomorrow. Have a great day. See you all later.